decided to play rock and roll with a Led Zeppelin tribute band. For the next lesson, he asks them in to rehearse the song with Aled.
Thanks, mate. You go.
Aled starts off at a ferocious pace. But at 4 minutes long, this song is a real test of stamina for any drummer. After a minute, Aled's arm starts causing him pain. Halfway through, and he has to quit. His arm has completely seized up.
My arm! Can we do like one verse, one chorus?
Why does that just froze up completely?
Yeah, probably because you're stressed as well.
Zep Too will be playing at the Camden Rock Cafe in North London. Inspired by Stuart Copeland, Aled is now desperate to do well at tonight's gig. He turns up early to rehearse with the band, but is still having problems with his arm. By the end of the song, his arm is so tired he can't do the drum solo.
I'm a bit nervous, actually. I feel like I'm going to get eaten alive. This is mental. What am I doing here? I've got a nice family at home, you know. I should be at home watching Strictly Come Dancing or something like that, thinking, oh, so-and-so should have got more marks than that. Instead, I'm in the Camden Rock Cafe, about to go and make a complete arse of myself.
Aled may feel out of place here, but this kind of venue is standard for Eric.
You might say it's a bit grungy in there, but you want to experience the sights and the smells of rock and roll as well as the sound. I mean, it's not like playing a theater, is it? It's a different vibe. It's more organic and down to earth, and probably a bit too loud. You know what Gene Simmons from Kiss says? If it's too loud, you're too old.
The band gets ready to go on stage in the pub toilet.
Alex, come to my dressing room toilet. It's nice.
Do this blindfold, man.
The band has also bought a John Bonham wig for Aled.
Do you have I'll tell you, you look more like John Bonham than Glenn does.
Rock on.
Yeah.
That's great.
You gonna wear it?
No.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm going to stay as I am.
Aled's comfortable when performing with his voice, but doesn't feel quite so sure behind the drum kit.
If I was singing tonight anywhere, like Wembley, I wouldn't be scared. But like, it's different here. I'm doing something that I don't know how to do it. And, you know, I'm playing the frigging drums.
Are you more scared doing this than doing Wembley Arena?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Taking Stuart Copeland's advice to heart, Aled carries out exercises to try and relax his arms.
Yeah, it's a real hard song to play, and especially if you, no offence, but if you can't actually play properly or you haven't been playing long, you need a relative amount of technique to actually be able to play it right.
replacing our drummer for one song tonight. This is a man more famous for his beautiful, dulcet singing voice. Aled Jones!
As has happened several times in the past, people in the audience can't help reminding him of his former fame.
Snowman!
So,
But the teasing makes Aled more determined than ever to get the song right. Three minutes into the song and Aled's still keeping up the pace. The exercises pay off. He's made it through the song. Now comes his drum solo.
Thanks, mate.
let's hear about Aled Jones.
Some of the hecklers are now congratulating him.
I'm a drummer myself, band with her.
Oh, listen, not as bad as me. Thanks, mate. Cheers, pal. Thanks, mate. It puts the test in drum tech. It makes that feel like a walk in the park. That was the hardest thing I've ever done. But now my arm is just like completely shaking. Like, yeah, just all along there. Just like, oh, look. And it's just like...
I was impressed. I thought it was really good. I mean, the tempo was a little bit slow, but you pretty much maintained it. You were consistent. You made a couple of mistakes, and you recovered from them. Do you know what I mean? At the end, you made up with it, made up for the dropping of the stick with showmanship. That was brilliant.
I've got arm damage and can't hold my pine properly. It's just, you know, if this is what rock and roll is like, I'm going back to the classical world.
Aled may have won over his audience in Camden, but the whole rock gig experience has left a sour taste in his mouth.